used a few types of clicker software or personal response systems, and I found that TurningPoint was one of the easiest ones to use.
TurningPoint, after a bit of research into the different systems, just fitted the bill really well.
You want a system that's easy to use, and that's what I found with TurningPoint.
What's really fun about this technology is that it enables all students to answer the question, even those who would not speak up easily.
We have had 100% success every time we've used it.
It was ideal for even the littlest ones because the handsets were easy to use.
Really, very little support and technical assistance needed.
And you find even those children that are a little bit hyperactive will sit and concentrate when they know they've got to vote on something.
Oh goodness, it's so easy. You plug the dongle into a USB port, you fire up the TurningPoint interface, which is just PowerPoint, and you're off.
Why do I love TurningPoint? Because it's easy to use and the learners enjoy it. So good learning takes place really.
We've used TurningPoint from the start of when we came about, and we use TurningPoint in a way of getting information from our young people to help them progress in life and help them to progress in society.
We've got 150 handsets, so we can have meetings with parents where schools can really find out information from the parents.
Even our least technologically able members of staff know how to use PowerPoint, and that means that they can be up and running with TurningPoint and produce really good quizzes and materials in 10-15 minutes.
The information that we get from the young people using TurningPoint technologies is actually really important to us. It's personal about how they feel, the evaluation of our programs, and also looking at how they can have an impact on society and also on other people.
I wanted to find something that was robust, interactive with the children, and was going to get them learning.
We use TurningPoint in large group teaching sessions with consultant medical staff in a variety of ways.
Well, everybody who's used voting technology has just found it to add a lot of interest to a lesson, so it just picks people up. It's a good way to start a lesson, it's a good way to end a lesson.
We love TurningPoint not only because the technology is so easy to use, but it works with all young people and all types of people as well.
It's great. Everybody wants to use it. Everybody's trying to borrow it from us, and it's really makes the session good fun and interactive.
Initially, we had a huge take-up in our business school and in our school of law. They seem to like the interaction that the spontaneous interaction that you can have with TurningPoint, but they also, I believe, saw a huge benefit in getting instant student feedback to see if they're really following the lecture.
It does so much more than you initially think, because you start off by thinking it's quite a basic piece of software, but it actually does a lot more.
It's another interactive resource that you can use to get whole class engagement.
We have several hundred handsets, and we use it widely for undergraduate education, masters, MBA, and we also use it with executives in both research and focus groups.
A lot of staff are using it now to promote discussion, get students engaged, get them thinking about problems. Also a bit of wow factor.
Te houden, module-evaluaties te houden. We gebruiken het ook op studiedagen.
It's so simple and easy to use. You can use it with anyone at any time. And you don't just need to use the keypad, you can use the app, the technology on the computers as well. It can be taken anywhere, so it doesn't matter if you're in a classroom. You can be out on the streets using TurningPoint technologies.
Well, we've used it with very senior managers and directors in focus groups and in face-to-face meetings.
You don't get the peer-to-peer pressure of seeing everyone else's hands go up in the air. I don't go with my decision, I'll go with the rest.
I find that if you put an interactive component into a conference and you get audience participation, it really goes well.
We're using it to start conversations rather than necessarily just purely to answer questions.
Well, it's dead easy to use, very easy to set up. People are quite comfortable with the technology, it's not fiddly, it's not fussy. If you have a voting session, then you can immediately give feedback to the speaker. And we find that some of our keynote speakers really enjoy getting that feedback. It helps them in their presentation. They know what the mood is in the audience.
We've got 3 different voting systems at the university, and I have to say that TurningPoint is the most reliable.
I think TurningPoint is so successful in the classroom because it makes lessons fun. for the children, so they all get engaged. It engages every student.
For medical students, we use it as a formal exam, so if they've got an end of block assessment, we will give them a multiple choice exam using TurningPoint.
In terms of capturing people's responses to some very key questions, it's a very useful tool. But we also use them in the classroom with students to get their feedback on their understanding as well of the topic that we're teaching them.
It allows everybody to have a contribution, so even the quietest people can respond and give their viewpoint.
And the teachers love it because it gives them feedback immediately and helps them with their teaching, and then they can gather data at the end of their class.
Hi, I'm Paul from Turning Technologies. Let me show you one of my favourite products that we do. It's the response card anywhere. Nice and easy to use. Push the product to start polling. Push a response on the students' keypads. Close polling. See what everyone says. Nice and easy.
Hi, I'm Franco, and my favorite thing about the RFLCD handset is that it's small, compact, robust, and scalable. You can use it in small groups, or I've actually used it in a group of 1,500 people in the Manchester Opera House. It didn't matter what size the group was, no matter what, it just works.
Hi, my name is Michael from TurningPoint. I'm going to show you how to insert a slide in TurningPoint. You click on the insert slide, select your template, type in your question, select your answers, click out of the box, and it's as easy as that.
Hi, my name's Mitt, and one of my favourite things about the TurningPoint system is the demographics tool. I like it so much because it's really easy to set up, and what it gives me is the ability to spot trends, positive or negative, between different types of people in my group. So if I'm working with a mixed ability class, for example, I can see very quickly how different types of pupils are performing without having to pour through lots and lots of data to do so.
Hi, I'm Franco, and one of my favorite things about TurningPoint is ResponseWare. It allows you to use any mobile device, any internet-enabled device, to turn it into an actual voting handset. So you can respond to questions from your phone, from your laptop, or from your computer. Just a nice thing that adds to the flexibility of TurningPoint.
My name is Paul from Turning Technologies. I just want to show you one of my favourite pieces of software we do, TurningPoint Anywhere. Simply install the software, click play to open polling, ask the students to respond, stop, see what everyone says. Nice and easy.